If you're still watching this video, comment number 1, so I know you're still here. What if the very thing millions of people over 60 believe is extremely healthy is actually making their body more exhausted day after day without them even realizing it? What if a food labeled as a superfood could quietly affect your heart, your kidneys, your blood pressure, and even interfere with the medications you take every single day? And the scariest part is, most people truly believe they're doing the right thing. Many people over the age of 60 start trying to live healthier. They cut back on fried foods, reduce sugar, eat more vegetables, take gentle walks, and genuinely try to take better care of themselves. And then, avocado suddenly shows up everywhere. On morning toast, in salads, inside smoothies, mixed into guacamole. Everyone says avocado is good for the heart, good for the brain, good for cholesterol, but very few people talk about the other side of the story. The truth is, after the age of 60, the body no longer works the same way it did at 30 or 40. Metabolism becomes slower, digestion becomes weaker, the kidneys have a harder time processing minerals, and many older adults are taking anywhere from 3 to 7 different medications every single day, which means even a healthy food can quietly become a problem when it's eaten the wrong way. The most dangerous part is that these effects happen very quietly. No sudden pain, no obvious warning signs. You just feel a little bloated sometimes, a little more tired than usual. Your sleep doesn't feel as deep. Your blood pressure becomes harder to control, or your weight slowly starts going up, even though you're eating healthy. And then, years later, everything begins to add up. One of the most common mistakes is eating too much avocado without realizing it. Because people hear the word healthy and assume more must be better, but avocado is extremely high in calories. Just one large avocado can contain more than 300 calories, and after the age of 60, calorie needs drop significantly. The body needs more nutrients, but actually requires less energy. That's why so many older adults eat very clean diets, yet still gain weight slowly over time. The problem isn't avocado itself. The real problem is portion size. When the body no longer burns energy the way it used to, excess fat becomes much easier to store. And extra weight after 60 is not just about appearance. It puts more pressure on the joints. It forces the heart to work harder. It increases the risk of insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and long-term fatigue. But even that is not the most concerning part. What truly worries many health experts is the interaction between avocado and certain medications, especially blood thinners like warfarin. Many older adults have no idea that avocado contains vitamin K, and vitamin K can affect how these medications work inside the body. The danger is not eating avocado once in a while. The real problem is inconsistency. 1 week, eating a large amount. The next week, stopping completely. That constant fluctuation can affect INR levels, especially in people taking blood thinners like warfarin. And when INR becomes unstable, the risk of bleeding or dangerous blood clots can increase. Many people think, but I'm eating healthy. And that's exactly where the misunderstanding begins. Because healthy does not always mean safe if it doesn't match your body's condition, your medications, and your age. That is the part so many people overlook. Another common mistake is eating avocado too late at night. It sounds harmless, but avocado contains a fairly high amount of fat. Even though it's considered healthy fat, the body still needs more time to digest it. And after the age of 60, digestion naturally becomes much slower. When you eat a large amount of avocado before bed, your digestive system may keep working all night long. That can lead to bloating, acid reflux, disrupted sleep, and that heavy feeling the next morning. Many people assume poor sleep is simply part of aging, but sometimes the real cause is hiding in what they eat late at night. And there's something very few people realize: avocados are extremely high in potassium. In fact, even higher than bananas. For healthy people, potassium helps the heart and muscles function properly. But for someone with reduced kidney function, too much potassium can become a serious danger. When the kidneys can no longer filter potassium efficiently, it begins to build up in the blood. This condition is called hyperkalemia. At first, the symptoms can seem mild: weakness, fatigue, muscle heaviness, an irregular heartbeat. But in more severe cases, it can become life-threatening. And the frightening part is, many older adults already have early kidney disease without even knowing it. If you're still watching this video, comment number 1 so I know you're still here and that you truly care about your own health. Because what comes next is something many people struggle with without even realizing it. There's another silent mistake, turning avocado into the center of almost every meal. Many people eat avocado with eggs, olive oil, nuts, over and over again, every single day. And at first, it feels extremely healthy. But later, blood work sometimes tells a very different story. Not enough fiber variety, not enough B vitamins, not enough protein, or missing key nutrients the brain and memory desperately need as we age. Because no single food, no matter how healthy it seems, can provide everything the body needs on its own. The body does not need one magical superfood. What the body truly needs is balance. A healthy plate needs diversity, dark leafy greens, beans, colorful vegetables, lean protein, and healthy fats in moderation, because when one food starts taking up too much space, other important nutrients quietly disappear from the diet without you even noticing. And here's the mistake many people over 60 make every single day. They eat avocado in ways that completely cancel out many of its benefits. They pair it with salty chips, sandwiches filled with processed meat, restaurant meals overloaded with sodium, or store-bought dips packed with preservatives and excess salt. And suddenly, something that started as a healthy choice becomes part of a much bigger problem. Avocado can be good for the heart, but often it's the sodium that comes with it, silently pushing blood pressure higher and higher over time. That's why so many people say they eat healthy, yet their hypertension still remains unstable. Because sometimes the problem isn't the avocado itself, it's everything surrounding it. And if you're pre-diabetic or living with type 2 diabetes, there's something extremely important to remember. Avocado alone usually does not spike blood sugar dramatically, but the real danger often comes from what people eat with it. White bread, salty chips, rice bowls loaded with refined carbohydrates. And because the healthy fats in avocado slow digestion, blood glucose can stay elevated for a longer period of time. That's why many people look at their blood sugar numbers and think, it's not that high. But deep down, their energy keeps crashing. The fatigue never fully goes away, and insulin resistance continues building silently, year after year. And there's something else that very few people talk about: gut sensitivity. After the age of 60, the digestive system often becomes far more sensitive than before. Avocados contain compounds known as FODMAPs, and for people with IBS or weaker digestion, those compounds can trigger gas, stomach cramping, bloating, and even diarrhea. Many people don't understand why they eat healthy, yet still feel uncomfortable after meals. So they blame stress, aging, or simply having a sensitive stomach. But sometimes, reducing avocado down to just a few small slices changes everything completely. And here's the part that surprises many people the most. Allergies. Some older adults develop food sensitivities very late in life, and avocado has been linked to something called latex fruit syndrome. If you already have a latex allergy, the risk of reacting to avocado can become much higher. Sometimes, it starts with something very small: a slight tingling in the mouth, a little itchiness, mild swelling around the lips. But those can be the very first warning signs. The body is always sending signals. The problem is, most people never notice them. There are 3 things people over 60 should remember before turning avocado into a daily habit. And the first one is this: portion matters. About 1/4 to 1/2 of an avocado at a time is usually enough for most people. Because the body needs balance, not excess. The second thing is this: timing matters. Eating avocado at breakfast or lunch is usually much easier on the body compared to eating it late at night. And this becomes especially important for sleep quality, digestion, and acid reflux. And the third thing people over 60 should remember: context matters. The medications you take, your kidney health, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your digestion, all of those matter far more than the label superfood. Because the truth is, No single food can suddenly save your health overnight, and no single food automatically destroys it either. What truly creates long-term health is the pattern you repeat every day. The small choices, repeated consistently, year after year. After the age of 60, the body begins responding to even the smallest daily habits. Sleep, blood pressure, memory, brain health, digestion. Everything becomes more connected than most people realize. And sometimes, the smallest change creates the biggest difference. So if you're watching this video, remember one thing. Healthy food does not mean eat unlimited amounts. What the body truly needs after 60 is not extremes. It's understanding what your body actually needs and giving it balance, consistency, and care. If you're still watching and found this helpful, comment number 1 so I know you'll start making changes tonight. Follow for the next video about the warning signs of kidney and brain problems many people miss after the age of 60.